Good morning, Simon from Life's a Gamble. Let's Take a Chance restoration project here at Walton on the Naze in Essex, England. This morning I'm going to talk about what we've been doing this last week. We've taken a lot of the stuff off the shelf behind me, and you'll find in a minute that it's now been set out on trestles, and a lot of the doors, boards have been worked on, been varnished, and the other bits have been started to be scraped, the paint off the back faces of them, so that they can be all repainted, ready to go back in the boat as and when they're required. It's been a bit of a blustery week as well as windy, so we haven't been doing any work on chance because it's just been a bit too dangerous to go on the boat and work on her. But we've been working in the workshop, and here is the work we've been up to. As you can see, we've been working on a lot of bits of wood off the boat. They're the butterfly hatches, all those here, all being varnished being varnished. Box out of the cockpit which had odds and sods put in. Don't quite know what that was used for in the past, but it just seems to appear to be just a piece of wood that's been made up to fit things in, but not quite sure what. However, we'll move along here, and we have the entrance hatch, one half of it, which is this bit. See, beautiful Honduras mahogany colour. Here's the other half of the hatch here. So that's both halves of the lifting half of the doorway into the main cabin, first coat of varnish, and that's the first coat of varnish it's had for many a year. I can't remember the last time it had some varnish on it. Not in my time, and not in the last previous owner's time as well. And that goes back about 20 odd years. Around here we've got another door from the galley area to this door, and this one goes behind the cooker in the galley, and they're getting revarnished. Here is a box out of the cockpit for, I think, just handles for the winches, because she was a sailing boat as well as a motorboat, and this was a winch handle pocket screwed to the main bulkhead near the wheel. So while we've been doing work on charts, we've also been doing work on her tender, doing the varnish work on her. Now with that, we've finished the hull. We've gone to do the varnish work, and that's coming along nicely. I'll turn around again. That's the galley unit, which we're going to fill the two holes up there. We're grading pieces shortly, and then that'll be able to be varnished and put back in the boat. Here is the port hand galley unit worktop, complete with its war wounds over the year. We thought it was best to put it back as is once it's varnished, because it's aged with the boat, and it will be not a very good thing to do is to change it for a new one. Anyway, here we are. We've got one of the doors under the settee in the main cabin. There's another one. Two doors for the galley unit, which you just saw, the starboard hand side one. They're the two doors for that. Move along a bit more. We've got some more doors out of the main cabin. These are where the sideboard on the starboard hand side is, and they'll be going back in. And then there's one small door, which is the one for in the heads and the aft compartment. But at the moment we're still going to work on this piece of bits of wood, which is the hanging locker in the main cabin as you come down the companionway steps. They'll need some new rails, and they'll be glued and screwed back together again and made good as new. So that's what we've been up to. a few odds and sods, but now we've got the room to lay them all out, we're starting to do all the varnish work. Over here we have the port side galley unit angled piece, having the paint removed off the back face so it can be sanded down and painted again and re-varnished on the other side. Over here are a pair of doors which have passed their sell-by date and will have to be remade, and they'll be put back in, remade and built again. So that's what we've been doing. A lot of varnishing and a lot of elbow grease, sanding down between coats, and we're actually going to use probably Epiphane's ordinary varnish, which will give with all this wonderful wood, as we don't think that it would be a very good idea to use unnatural products on a natural wood, because they need to move with the weather, and that way the varnish won't crack when the temperature changes and the weather gets hot and cold, damp and dry. So that's what we're doing here. As I said, we're working on Chance's tender. It's a boat I built a few years ago, and seeing as Chance hadn't got her tender any longer, we decided to use this one as her tender because it's the same length as the original one. But we're also going to, over the next couple of years, build a second tender, a smaller one, for the crew, as my son likes to sail his own little boat, so we're going to build a small dinghy for him to sail around when he's on board the boat with us, and we using the bigger one ourselves. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you'd like to donate to our Patreon page, by all means do so. It's patreon.com/chance_1948, where you'll get weekly updates on what we're doing, how we're getting on, and so forth. So that's all for now, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.